Hi children, today's story is going to be called Who Needs a Boat? And yesterday, if you remember, we talked about baby Moses. Well, today this story is about Moses when he was grown up. So let's have a look, shall we? For Moses, it seemed like it was going to be an ordinary day. But suddenly, a bush caught fire. And God spoke to Moses. "I have heard my people crying," God said, "and I am sending you to lead them out of Egypt." So Moses went to see the king. "God says to let his people go," Moses told him. But the king replied, "I do not know this God, and I will not let the people go." Oh dear. So God sent some frogs to jump in the king's bed, and flies to buzz in his ears, and gnats to crawl on his nose, and grasshoppers to eat his plants, and a lot of other things to make the king change his mind. Doesn't look very happy there, does he? And it worked. "Go!" shouted the king. "Take the people, take the sheep, just take them all and go." Oh dear, he wasn't very happy, was he? So the people followed Moses out of Egypt. They walked and walked and walked until they came to the sea. But there was no bridge and they had no boats. How would they get across? That's a big sea, isn't it? Then the people heard a noise like thunder, but it was not a rainstorm. It was worse than that. Do you know what that might be? I think it might be the Egyptians coming after them. It was the king's army thundering towards the sea. The soldiers were coming to take God's people back to Egypt. Oh dear. And they've got nowhere to run, have they? Because they're at the seaside. The people cried out in fear, and Moses tried to calm them. "Do not be afraid," he said. "God will fight for you." Then God told Moses to hold his rod out over the water, and Moses did. And the sea opened right down the middle. Wow. Look at that picture. It opened wider and wider, walls of water rose higher and higher, and Moses and the people walked through the sea on the road that God had made for them. Wow, that's clever. What a funny sight it was. Can you see there's all fish and seals and all the creatures? Look, there's an octopus and a starfish. All the creatures that live in the sea. We're just watching them walking. How funny. When they were safe on the other side, the people turned round to watch, but the army was still coming. Moses lifted his rod, which is like a long stick there, look, and God brought all the water splashing down on the Egyptians. The king's army was swished away, never to bother God's people again. Wow, Moses and the people were very thankful for God's help, so they sang this happy song. "The Lord is my strength, the Lord is my song. I'll praise my God all the day long." That's a lovely song, isn't it? Well, children, join me for tomorrow for another lovely story. See you tomorrow. Bye.